Well, hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. We are in First Thessalonians, and today we're actually finishing up chapter 1. We spent these last 6 episodes looking at verses 4, actually kind of 5 through 10 here. And we did it in 6 steps, and it was called, and it is called, 6 Steps to a Changed Life Through Jesus. And what it is Paul is talking about the Thessalonian church, and he's reviewing how this Thessalonian church started and these steps that they took. He's going over it and saying, this is what happened, this is what happened, and these last steps here, Paul was not involved with at all. He didn't. He wasn't around. Okay, he was there for 3 weeks, and then the church spread beyond that. So he is hearing this from other believers all around the world. And we talked about how the gospel had spread. It had spread up to Macedonia, which was not in Thessalonica. It was further north. It had spread. So Paul had heard about this and had heard about they got rid of the idols and all that stuff. So now this is the last episode here. This is step 6 today. I'm going to review all 6 steps here. We want to take each step up, okay? I'm not a guy anymore that goes and jumps up, 6 steps anymore. My body's a little bit too beat up to be doing that anymore. So I'm taking 1 step at a time. Step 1 is you received the message with joy. Step 2 is you imitated both us and the Lord. Step 3 is you became an example. Step 4, the word is being spread. And step 5, you turn from idols. And then today is the last step. You are looking forward to the coming of Jesus. All right. In these chapters here, Paul refers to looking forward to the coming of Jesus. Okay. He's talking about the end times here in this. And the focus is this last step here is looking forward to the coming of Jesus. Not looking back at like what a nasty heathen I was, but we're looking forward to the coming of Jesus. That's what our focus should be on, in getting other people to that point also. But our focus should be on, man, I'm going to be with Jesus someday, and looking forward to that. So let me read here today. I'm going to read. That particular point is coming from verse 10. I'm going to be reading verses 8 through 10 here of chapter 1. And it says, "Now the word of the Lord is ringing out from you to people everywhere, even beyond Macedonia and Achaia. Wherever we go, we find people telling us about your faith in God." So Paul's still traveling around. He's not going to Thessalonica. Remember, he was there for like 3 weeks. And then the church there said, you got to go because it's not safe for you anymore. There are guys there traveling around behind Paul, trying to start riots wherever Paul went. And so he was there. But Paul's still traveling around, and as he's traveling around, he runs into other people, and he says, and they hear about the church of Thessalonica, and he's like blown away that they're talking about the church of Thessalonica and how the gospel is spreading out from that. A healthy church has the gospel spreading out from that church. Okay, it's not locked up in its own little 4 walls. It's spreading out from that church. I will say it once more. A healthy church, the gospel is spreading out from that church. It's not locked up in the 4 walls, us 4 and no more. It is spreading out from those 4 walls. All right. Let me keep reading. "We don't need to tell them about it, for they keep talking about the wonderful welcome you gave us and how you turned away from idols to serve the living and true God. And they speak of how you are looking forward to the coming of God's Son from heaven, Jesus, whom God raised from the dead. He is the one who has rescued us from the terrors of the coming judgment." Okay, let me review that last verse 10 there again. "And they speak of how you are looking forward to the coming of God's Son from heaven, Jesus, whom God raised from the dead. He is the one who has rescued us from the terrors of the coming judgment." So it talks about how they've noticed how these Thessalonian people, the people of Thessalonica, are looking forward. They're not focused on like, oh, look at the bad things I did in the past. They're focused on the people of Thessalonica are focused on we're meeting Jesus someday. Jesus is coming back for us, the church, and we're ready. Okay, we're looking forward to it. All right, just like when I got married, I was looking forward to that wedding day. I was looking forward. I wasn't looking back at, oh man, look at all the other girls I dated, and look at the time I had before I met my wife, Myrna, and all that stuff. I didn't focus on that. I didn't care about that stuff. That was like, why would I do that? That's like stupid. Okay, I was focused on my marriage, and I was focused on looking forward to that day. And in the same way, the church of Thessalonica was focused on, we're meeting Jesus someday. All right, so it says they were looking forward to the coming of God's Son from heaven, Jesus, whom God raised from the dead. He is the one who rescued us from the terrors of the coming judgment. The coming judgment, we all deserve to be judged. Okay, we're all sinners, and we deserve death. Okay, we deserve eternal death because of our sin. All right, but Jesus rescued us from that. Okay, every single one of us deserves hell, but Jesus had rescued us from that. And so the people of Thessalonica were saying, man, we're looking so forward to meeting Jesus because of what he's done for us. And so that was the last step. They're looking forward to Jesus. All right. So that concludes. Those are the 6 steps of a changed life through Jesus. So look at those 6 steps in your life. Are you only on like step 2, or are you step 1, or whatever? Look at those steps and see where you are in that. And these are areas that we all should be working on and developing our relationship with Jesus in that. All right. Hey, thank you for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we actually start chapter 2 of 1 Thessalonians. Lord's blessing. I'll see you tomorrow.